Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. I'm going to talk a bit about evaluation results. First of all, thank you so much. It was like a dream come true. I would say every instructor and professor, they would dreaming about getting that kind of evaluation. Cause like all I could see, it just, yeah, I love this course. Let me actually check. I really love the way you're gonna break down everything and just try to just make it as simple as possible. I feel like the strategy is perfect. I mean, oh, and another like there were like a lot of good comments, but like the best of best one was I would say someone said that I love the way you are not like micromanaging us and give us the freedom to just work in our own pace. And that's the goal. Because this is an online course, I can totally understand. You're going to have another job out there. You're going to have family. I don't know. You are just doing that remotely. So you should have the freedom of doing that based on your own schedule. And that's why you took the course online and not in person. Because if I wanted to teach that in person, the situation would be very different, I would say. It's gonna be like, I mean, I wouldn't say that the online course is easier. I would say that it's just more mobile. So you can just do that based on your own schedule. And I love that comment because it actually showed I'm right on the track and I'm doing, I would say, the best of best. So like I said, I got a lot of good comments. I would say that majority, like the reason that I got these good comments because of previous feedback that I got from my students during the, I would say, last 4 years. Because like I remember that when I started teaching this course, for me, it was like very straightforward. But I got comments from my students the first time I taught. They were saying that the syllabus is not clear or the grading criteria is not clear at all. They had a lot of questions about that, which was correct because like after reading those comments, when I just go back and just check them, I found that yes, maybe I could just break the grading criteria in like a more simple way and just help them to understand it better. And now today I got a comment about, oh, grading criteria is just very clear. I literally know like how my grade could be. And I know that, for example, every possible assignments for this course. So I would say do the evaluation for each course. There are going to be some instructors out there like myself who would listen to you and they would try their best to just actually put your evaluation in their next course and use that in their future courses or even the current courses, which I'm gonna do. So let's talk about some comments that very important. They were actually, I would say they were good criticism. Number one was about the final project. Someone actually commented that they are very worried about final projects because I didn't say anything about that, and it is like a big portion of your final grade. I would say that I'm happy to hear that, and I literally hear you. Yes, it is very important. But we're gonna have one whole session, like literally a chapter on final project in which I'm gonna break down step by step for you. And you're gonna actually take a quiz for the final project. And one of the quiz question gonna be, I would literally ask you about your plan for that project. I'm giving you like everything for doing that in the best way possible. So you're gonna actually answer my questions like the way you are doing for the quiz for the final project. So don't worry. I guess it's gonna be either like next or the week after that, which gonna be a chapter about that one. So don't worry at all. I would say, and based on the comments of the students, it is like the best of developmental psychology, like the best part of the developmental psychology, because it is all about creativity. It is about just using social media. Or I know some people in this class, they might not be very familiar with social media. That is fine. But at the end of the day, you're gonna learn a lot from that project. And I wouldn't deduct any point because you are not a good social media user. Okay. So don't worry about that. I'm actually comparing everyone to themselves and their like capacity. I wouldn't just treat you or expect you to just pretend like you are an influencer. And I'm going to show you the previous students' final projects, so you're going to actually have a good idea about how to proceed. This is about the final project. What else? I got some questions about, like, some, I would say, comments about quiz. So about the quiz, let me tell you, first of all, it is like you don't have any exams in this course, right? And you know that. Also, your quiz is not time limited and it is totally open book. There is no camera for you. Every quiz has at least 10 and at max it's gonna have 18 questions, like an average of 15 questions, let's say. Out of these 15 questions, always we're gonna have like 14 or 13 questions that's gonna be factual. What is factual? It means you literally can find the answer from your textbook and from your lecture. There are gonna be always 2 questions for every possible quiz that's gonna be conceptual, which means you cannot find the answer from your textbook. But I'm going to give you some hints in the lecture. Okay. I guess you already know that. Because so far we actually had 7 quizzes and I got like one complaint about only one question. It was about the pregnancy weight, which was basically, it was in the table. You could just literally read the table and answer that question, which some of the students actually got that question right. But the point is you always have the conceptual questions and majority of the time so far, you all answered those questions, which is well done. Because like the goal of this course, I would say, if you wouldn't study at all for any sort of quizzes, you're gonna, and you would just look up and Google or even search the questions from your textbook, because I know that some of you guys have like the electronic version of the textbook, or even like check your textbook, the physical one, you can just reach to 75 out of 100 for each quiz. You all know that you know that better than me. But the difference between a student who actually listen to lecture, check the textbook, put that 12 hours that I asked you in the beginning. I asked you, you have to study an average of 12 hours for this course because this is an advanced course and it is about children. Whenever we are talking about children, we have to be very specific. We have to be very knowledgeable because they are children. They are just everything, right? I mean, adults, they are important too, but like when it comes to children, you have to be very knowledgeable. So that's why we have conceptual questions. The comment that actually mentioned this, it was a big comment. Another part, they were actually saying that they are guessing the answers. Okay, let me tell you. Just imagine if you are a school psychologist, or if you are a child psychologist in the future, or if you are working in any field. You're gonna have some education, yes. You're gonna, I mean, I know that you passed like so many courses to get your degrees in psychology. But there are going to be some novel situations out there that you have to rely on your knowledge, but your knowledge and theories that you know cannot actually answer those situations. So I would say these conceptual questions can be those. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you to just literally read the textbook and get 100 every time. No, no, this is not the goal of this course. I want you to just know the material and be able to just apply them in different situations. And that's why we do have those questions. I can see your point of view. I know that you are concerned about your grades at the end. So I'm going to give you extra credit to compensate if you want for like missing those questions. But at the same time, I'm going to expect you to do your best for answering conceptual questions because they are as important as um, any other questions. And you have to have the knowledge. I mean, I'm doing my best. I'm really doing my best. And I'm just, like you saw, I'm just doing a lot of videos to just help you with all of those questions. But at the same time, I'm going to expect you to just have the knowledge of answering them. And if you cannot answer them, you can always just email me and just ask. I guess there were like 5 or 6 students so far. They came to my office hours and they asked me like some sort of questions about that. And I'm going to be happy because like your final grade going to be based on that, right? So I'm going to expect you, if you have any questions, you would ask me. And I mean, I would say don't worry about that kind of conceptual questions because I mean, you're going to have extra credit and it's going to be okay. So don't be nervous or annoyed. It is fine. Um, and a grade shouldn't actually define you, right? I mean, you are more than just a grade. And I would say the way you all are going, the class average is 85%. So I'm very happy and I'm very hopeful that everyone gonna get the grade that they're actually aiming for. Um, so that was all. I just wanted to talk about these points. And again, thank you very much for your evaluation. I really appreciate that. I really didn't expect that kind of positive comments. It was a lot, but I'm very happy. I feel like it's going well. And since it's going to be my last time teaching developmental psychology, it is very important to me to just have a good layout for this course. So if you have like any other comments, you can always reach out, just email me and just tell me. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And bye.